सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। We have completed the first chapter of Panchadashi, Tattva Viveka Prakaranam. Today I will give you a summary of this first chapter. This first chapter broadly divided into 5 topics. Those topics are the first 2 verses, Upodghataha, or introduction shlokas. In the first shloka, Acharya Vidyaranya offered salutations to his guru. In the second shloka, he gives the reason why I am writing this book, Panchadashi. Sukhabodhartham, he says, for easy understanding of the Vedanta for all beginners. So, seekers can easily understand Vedanta. For that purpose, I am writing this book, he says. Shishyanam sukhabodhartham. Tattva vivekaha vidhiyate. I am writing this book for that purpose only. He says sukhabodhartham, but many students think Panchadashi is not for us. It is very, very difficult, they think. So, this is the second verse. He points out that this is the first topic. Both of them come under Upodghata topics. Subject matter for a qualified student as defined in the second shloka. For a qualified student, sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha, what he has to do, tattva vivekam he has to do. He is a qualified student. Then second topic is from third shloka onwards up to 10th shloka is the third topic. The essence of Vedanta he gives. Vedanta Saraha is given. Discrimination of consciousness from Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, like that he is going to elaborate. Then fourth topic, from 31st shloka onwards up to 64, third topic is from 11th shloka to 30th shloka. Samsara Karanam, the cause of samsara. Samsara Karanam, the cause of samsara, or this transmigration that he deals in that 11th to 30th shloka. Then the fourth topic is moksha sadhanam or moksha margaha, means of moksha or liberation. From 31st onwards up to 64th shloka, the means of liberation. The last and final one, fifth topic, is conclusion topic. Upasamharaha, conclusion. Now let us see the summary of each topic. The first topic is only prayer, Mangala Shloka, and for the sake of easy understanding, I am writing very simple, the first topic. From third shloka onwards, he enters into Vedanta Sarana. Tattvamasi, Aikyam, that Mahavakya, he brings here. In the entire first chapter, he takes up the one Mahavakya, that is Tattvamasi Mahavakya. Jivatma is also Atma, Paramatma is also Atma. Both are one and the same. He is going to establish that by saying Sat Chit Anandana. Sat Chit Anandana. When we experience anything, we have to understand there are two portions. When we experience everything, anything in this creation, we have to understand there are two portions. First portion is Chaitanyam or consciousness. Chaitanya Amsha. Second portion is Vritti Amsha. Vritti Amsha. Vritti Amsha means thought portion. Thought. Vritti means thought. Both are contributing for every experience. In these two portions, one portion is non-changing, eternal. One portion is changing and temporary. Chaitanya Amsha is non-changing, eternal part, that is eternal Amsha. Whereas that Vritti Amsha, the thought, is undergoing a change, undergoing a modification. It is not eternal, it is temporary, not permanent, always changing. Our thoughts are changing always. So, observe your thoughts every second, minute, it is go on changing. That is called Vritti Amsha. That is called Vritti Amsha. These two Amshas are there in this experience. So, the Chaitanyam part we have to study now. The Chaitanyam part consisting of Sat Chit Ananda. Sat, existent principle, that Chaitanyam or consciousness is called as Sat Chit Ananda. Ever existent principle, Chaitanyam. Chit means consciousness. Ananda means Ananda. That which is free from mortality is called Ananda. Sat alone is Chit. Chit alone is Ananda. Sat alone is Ananda. The three names are only synonyms for one Brahman. Sadeva Chit, Chideva Ananda. Sadeva Ananda, Chideva Sat, Chideva Ananda. So, all are synonyms. We should not take differently. From existence standpoint, Brahman is known as Sat. From sentient principle standpoint, Brahman is known as Chit. From Ananda standpoint, that is Ananda. No translation for that. Ananda standpoint, Brahman is known as Ananda. Okay, I don't want to translate Ananda. because the translation leads to many misconceptions. So Sat, Chit, Ananda, synonyms. The Jivatmas are many from the standpoint of body-mind complex. Jivatmas means here from body-mind standpoints, there are many bodies, many minds are there. Many thoughts are there. So this is one portion we have seen. Sat, Chit, Ananda is the Chaitanya Swarupam. This is one portion in my experience. Where is this Sat, Chit, Ananda? Every experience, it is evident. Because without that Sat, Chit, Ananda, Brahma Chaitanyam, vritti cannot take place. Vritti, thought, leads to experience. You are experiencing everything from morning breakfast onwards. You are experiencing everything. You have to understand in this experience there is Sat, Chit, Ananda. One portion. Second portion is what? I am experiencing that thought, vritti also is there. In that vritti alone, that experience is because of vritti. Vritti takes place in the mind. So that vritti consisting of Sat, Chit, Ananda. And what is that second portion is called Prakriti. How that vritti amsha, the second portion is functioning. Only Sat, Chit, Ananda cannot help us to get vritti. That Sat, Chit, Ananda has to be backed by the Prakriti, matter. The vritti to arise, Sat, Chit, Ananda also contribute. Prakriti also will contribute. What is that Prakriti? We saw that Prakriti is of two types, Samashti level and Vyashti level. Sattva Pradhana Prakriti, Rajah Pradhana Prakriti, Tamah Pradhana Prakriti we saw. Where? In Panchadashi. Here itself we saw Sattva Pradhana Prakriti. The Sattva Pradhana Prakriti is known as Ishvaraha. Chaitanyam plus Sattva Pradhana Prakriti. So, when this Sat, Chit is associated with body-mind complex, Upadhi Sahitaha, limited by body-mind complex, the Sat, Chit, Ananda alone is known as Jivatman. The Sat, Chit limited by the body-mind complex is called Jivatman. How this is limitation take place? Because of Prakriti. As though limited. Not really limited, but as though limited. So Jivatma is none other than Paramatma, but when it is limited by this body-mind complex, that Paramatma gets the name Jivatma. Now we are all thinking we are all Jivatmas. Limited by this body-mind complex. So we have to do Bhagatyaga Lakshanam and discard the Jivatvam and recognize I am Paramatma only. This is the Vedanta Sara. Recognize first there are two portions in every experience, and the two portions Sat, Chit, Ananda plus vritti, the thought process, and the vritti amsha belong to this body-mind complex, and Sat, Chit, Ananda is my original nature. So this is what Vedanta want to communicate. One has to identify with this Sat, Chit, Ananda, that which is in here in the every vritti. But we are all carried away by vritti. We never try to analyze vritti, and we struggle with these thoughts also. and worry about the thoughts by which the thought is enlivened, we are ignoring. Manaslo ore kolappan Swamini, many thoughts are coming. Every thought is backed by, blessed by Satchit Ananda. Why can't you recognize that Satchit Ananda? In every vritti there is Ananda. Because without Ananda, Satchit vritti cannot come. Every thought when you are getting, there is Satchit Ananda. None of us recognize. None of us, not you. Outside people, they don't recognize. Vidyaranya says, all of you recognize that Sadamsha, Chidamsha, Ananda Amsha in every vritti. What do you mean by vritti, Anna? Every experience is a proof of vritti, thought. Every thought is a proof of Sadamsha, Chidamsha, Ananda Amsha. Kanume Anna. Vritti Kanume Anna. Experience only we are knowing. Enakku adu theriyarudhu, idu theriyarudhu. Adu experience is in the form of vritti. Vritti is nothing but these three amshas are there. Brahma amsha. Without that, vritti cannot come. Vritti is jadam by itself. Just as when you are seeing that two domes and lights, you are enjoying the light. But none of us remember the electricity. Because of which electricity you are enjoying that illumination. Whatever is appearing only we see. Whatever is not appearing, we ignore. Therefore, this is the second topic, Vedanta Sara. Nirupadhika Jivatma is Paramatma. Sopadhika Paramatma is dash dash. Sopadhika Paramatma. Nirupadhika Jivatma is Paramatma. Sopadhika Paramatma is Jivatma. Who is sitting in the class now? Who is listening? Who is writing? Sopadhika Paramatma. Sitting as what? Jivatma. Writing about himself. Nammave mudila, illa? This is the fact. So, I am Nirupadhika Paramatma. Now I am known as Sopadhika Jivatma. That's all. Upadhi Sahitaha Sopadhikaha. This Upadhi is real. It's not real. Temporary Vesham. Every Vesham is temporary. Vesham and Chonnale temporary. Upadhi is always temporary Vesham. But unfortunately, every Vesham we take it as permanent. Every role rolls away. Every role rolls away. Vesham is Vesham. Vesham and Chonnale, whenever our dress, Vesham Anna illana Amma Anna Chulva, Yenna in the Vesham potita iniki Anna. Avadena Anartha. That Vesham temporary only. After that function is over, you will come to normal dress. Adi madri, this Vesham also, Upadhi is our Vesham. You have to remember that. Okay. Now, this is the Vedanta Sara. Jivatma eva Paramatma, Paramatma eva Jivatma. Now, who am I? I am Paramatma only. But not knowing that I am Paramatma, I am thinking as Jivatma and sitting, listening about myself. As Jivatma. Because of what? Samsara Karanam. Next topic. Even though I am Paramatma, now I can never become limited, but as though because of ignorance, because of adhyasa, superimposition, the samsara begins. The moment I forget my real nature, Paramatma Swarupam, I take myself as Jivatma and I start worrying about my future. Present, future, and worry about past. Worry about future. Guilt about past. Anxiety about present. Guilt about past. Tension, anxiety about present. Worry about future. When I take myself as a ordinary human being, losing sight of my Sat-Chit Ananda nature, I take only one amsha, that is vritti amsha, that is prakriti amsha, that is anatma amsha. I take it as real, my nature, forgetting other side of my experience. One experience, one side only I take myself. That is called samsara. Samsara karanam. Third topic, the cause of samsara. 11th shloka to 30th shloka, he introduces. Prakriti is the fundamental matter principle. Prakriti is the fundamental matter principle. Sattva, Rajas, Tama, Prakriti, consciousness associated with Sattva Pradhana Prakriti. And the Pradhana is very important. Prakriti is never with one guna, either Sattva, Rajas or Tamas. It is always with three gunas. But predominance is there. Sometimes Sattva Pradhana, sometimes Raja Pradhana, sometimes Tama Pradhana. When it is Sattva Pradhana Prakritihi and Tama Pradhana Prakritihi, it is called Ishvaraha. When it is Sattva Pradhana Prakritihi, Tama Pradhana world, Jagat is Ishvara. Tama Pradhana Prakritihi, Sattva Pradhana Prakriti put together Ishvaraha. Sat-Chit Ananda plus Sattva Pradhana Prakriti association. It is known as Ishvaraha. The 16th and 17th shlokas, he has given that Sattva Pradhana Prakriti is becoming the nimitta karanam of this universe. Nama Rupa Prapancha. Nimitta karanam of this universe. Tamah Pradhana Prakriti in Ishara becomes the upadana karanam of this Jagat. Sattva Pradhana Prakriti, which is in Ishvara, the Ishvara becomes the nimitta karanam, intelligent cause of this universe. That Tamah Pradhana Prakriti in Ishvara helps as upadana karanam of this Jagat. Jagat has got two karanams. What are they? Nimitta karanam and upadana karanam. So nimitta karanam, upadana karanam, from what standpoint? Why one Ishvara got the name nimitta karanam and upadana karanam of this Jagat? When Ishvara is Sattva Pradhanam, he is intelligent cause. Create pandradaki intelligence venume. Sattva sanjayate jnanam. So that jnanam, sarvajnatvam, he uses as nimitta karanam for this universe creation. What about upadana karanam? And upadana karanam, material cause to make this creation, Bhagavan uses his Tama Pradhana Prakritihi. One Prakriti only. When Brahman uses Prakriti, when Sattva is using, he is a nimitta karanam. When Tamas is using, is a upadana karanam. Prakriti is involved. Prakriti is also a karanam, Prakriti is also a Karanam, but Prakriti is a Parinami Karanam. Ishvara means Brahman is Vivarta Karanam. Vivarta Karanam, without undergoing a change. Without undergoing a change, it's called Vivarta Karanam. Ishvara is Vivarta Karanam. But what is changing? And the changing part belongs to Prakriti. Non-changing part is Brahman. Both put together, they are doing the creation job. This is very, very interesting, important also. Many people do not know why this creation, what is this creation, why this creation has come, what is its nature. Just like that you cannot know unless you study Shastra. Prakriti is matter. Matter has got 3 gunas. Those 3 gunas are jadam. They cannot function independently. They have to be activated by Brahman. Brahman himself cannot be the Karanam of this universe. Brahman alone cannot make this universe without Maya, Prakriti. Maya alone cannot do this creation because it is jadam. So both of them have a contract. Okay. Dressed Brahman becomes Ishvara, and Ishvara does this creation. Means what? Along with Maya. That is why beautifully they present in Puranas that Brahma, Saraswati is Maya Prakriti sitting on his tongue, non-separate from Brahmaji, Saraswati. And Vishnumurti keeps Maya Prakriti in the form of Lakshmi on his chest. Non-separate. No diverse in Artham. No, Shivan Sholave Venda. No, Ardhanarishwara, the Prakriti is there in Shiva also. So inseparable in Artham. It's not cock and bull stories. Satchit Chaitanyam Ananda plus Maya, Trigunatmika Maya, 3 Shaktis. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Put together entire creation. So this is that Upadana Karanam and Nimitta Karanam, how you can differ from Sattva Pradhana, Tamah Pradhana. Sattva Pradhana Dwara Nimitta Karanam, Tamah Pradhanatvat Upadana Karanam, but Upadana Karanam also 2 types. Della Mandukella Padichirko. Ella revision da. Upadana Karanam is of 2 types. One Upadana Karanam is changing Upadana Karanam. Another Upadana Karanam is non-changing Upadana Karanam. Paramatma Ishvara is non-changing Upadana Karanam, and Prakriti is changing Upadana Karanam. That is why you see in the universe, one is changing, one is non-changing. Parinami Upadana Karana. This is the Prakriti. This Prakriti, it converted into 5 elements later. Upadana Karanam, matter, principle. 5 subtle elements, 5 gross elements. So consciousness plus now you have to come to Jiva Srishti. This is Ishvara's part. Okay, who is Ishvara? Ishvara is none other than Sattva Pradhana, Tamah Pradhana Prakriti, Sattva Pradhanat Nimitta Karanam, Tamah Pradhanatvat Upadana Karanam. What happened to Rajah Pradhanam? Namada Jiva. Okay, the Jivas are all consciousness plus Rajah Pradhana Prakriti. We the Jivas are come under Rajah Pradhana. Pradhana predominantly. Rajah Pradhana Prakriti plus consciousness becomes the Jiva. Jivas are many in number from the primary meaning Jivas. Lakshartha Jiva is only Atma. Jivas are many in number from primary meaning standpoint. Mukhyartha. Jivas are many, many beings are there. From Vachyartha Drishtya, primary meaning you take, that's Rajah Pradhana Prakriti. So what? So We are all free from problems when you understand the whole, what you call it, drama. This whole drama you have to understand. அப்போ நல்லா ஆக்ட் பண்ண முடியும். So this drama is sattva pradhana. There is no problem because in sattva pradhana there is full knowledge. In tamah pradhana it is full ignorance, no problem. Are we free from problem or totally in problem? Neither. We are not always having problem, we are always not free from problem also. அப்பப்போ ப்ராப்ளம் வரும், அப்பப்போ ப்ராப்ளம் போயிடும். அதுதான் ப்ராப்ளமே. Total knowledge is bliss, total ignorance is bliss, because we are neither sattva nor tamas totally, we are rajas. That is why we have this ignorance problem. If we are totally sattva pradhanam, we are totally knowledgeable. Tamah pradhanam onnume theriyadu, total ignorance is bliss. But we are neither totally ignorant or totally knowledgeable. We are knowing I am there, I know, but I don't know I am Brahman. I am there, this knowledge is there. But we don't know that I am is nothing but existent consciousness principle. That is the problem. We know we are, but we don't know we are Brahman. If we don't know we are also, no problem. Isn't it? If we don't know that we are here, no problem. If we know we are Brahman also, no problem. Now our problem is what? We know we are, but we don't know we are Brahman. That is the problem. So one is advantage, another is disadvantage. What? We know we are. That is advantage. I know I am a human being. I know this creation. Buddhi is there. No? Sixth sense is there. We are in advantageous position. What is a disadvantageous position? We don't know that we are Brahman. This is called samsara. Now what to do now? Make that another disadvantage position also into advantageous position. For that only spiritual educational program. Already you are in one advantageous position. I know I am here. The next area only you have to do some correction. Correction only, nothing else. You need not do anything. Just notional correction, cognitive change. What to do now? You need not do anything, just understand. You need not do anything, just you understand. That is a partial knowledge, a partial ignorance alone is the cause for our samsara. So total knowledge we have to get. We have partial knowledge, okay, but partial ignorance alone is the cause for samsara. That ignorance we have to come out. We have, in the technical terms, if you want to put, I am here, I know that I am. This is samanya jnanam, general knowledge. Every one of us having that knowledge. Samanya jnanam, general knowledge. The vishesha jnanam, I am Brahman, is the vishesha jnanam. And the vishesha jnanam, specific knowledge. I lack that specific knowledge. I am Brahman is the vishesha jnanam. I used to give an example. You see a snake upon the rope. There is something that is rope. That knowledge is samanya jnanam. There is something. But that something is appearing as a snake instead of rope. That is rope. If I know the specific knowledge, it's a right knowledge. If I look at the rope as a snake, that specific knowledge is a wrong knowledge. Idam astina. Idam, there is something. What is that something? If you see it is a rope as rope, it is Vishesha Jnanam, right knowledge. The Samanya Jnanam, ஏதோ இருக்கு அங்க என்ன இருக்கு அதுதான் ப்ராப்ளம். இப்போ ஒருத்தன் என்ன பார்க்கறான், ஸ்னேக் பார்க்கறான். அந்த விசேஷ ஞானம் இஸ் சீயிங் ராங்லி. One person seeing Vishesha Jnanam rightly, that is rope as rope he is seeing. One person looking at a rope as snake. And the Vishesha Jnanam we have to correct now. Instead of looking at ourselves Brahman, I am Brahman is a Vishesha Jnanam, but missing that I am Brahman, that knowledge, and my Vishesha Jnanam is I am an ordinary housewife with so many problems in my house. What? Water problem, electricity problem. I take myself as ordinary housewife. Vishesha Jnanam tappa, kanakku tappa poiduthu. Male also like that. I am ordinary employee, I am an officer, I am facing lot of problems in the office. Ordinary person, he takes it as real, associate with the problems and think at Vishesha Jnanam going wrongly. So, Vishesha Jnana Ajnana Samanya Jnanam. Samanya Jnanam is what? நான் இருக்கேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். இது சாமானிய ஞானம். நான் பிரம்மன்ங்கிறது விசேஷ ஞானம். இப்போ அந்த விசேஷ ஞானம் தான் நம்ம கரெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும். ஹவுனர். ஃபார் தட் ஹி கோஸ் டு ஃபோர்த் டாபிக். ஸோ வாட் இஸ் தி சம்சார காரணம்? ஃபைனலி விசேஷ அஜ்ஞானபூர்வக சாமானிய ஞானம் சம்சார காரணம். ஆர் சாமானிய ஞானபூர்வக விசேஷ அஜ்ஞானம். சாமானிய ஞானம்னா நான் இருக்கேனப்பா, எனக்கு தெரியும். அது எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். யாருக்கு தெரியாது? தெரியலன்னா எப்படி இங்கே வர முடியும் கிளாஸுக்கு? வந்துட்டோம். ஆனாலும் எப்படி வந்தோம்? விசேஷ அஜ்ஞானத்தோடு தான் வந்திருக்கோம், இருந்திருக்கோம். எப்போவுமே கொஞ்சம் பஞ்சதசி படித்தா அந்த விசேஷ அஜ்ஞானம் போகும். அதுதான் தத்துவ விவேகம். ஓகே. விசேஷ அஜ்ஞானபூர்வக சாமானிய ஜானம் ஏவ சம்சாரः. సంసార సామాన్య జ్ఞానపూర్వక విశేష అజ్ఞానం ఏవ సంసారః అన్నారు. హౌ టు కమ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సంసార? మోక్ష ప్రాప్తి అన్నారు. యూ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ మోక్ష, లిబరేషన్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీన్స్ ఫర్ లిబరేషన్? ఫ్రమ్ 31st to 64th శ్లోక he says తత్వమసి మహావాక్య and guru upadesha alone is the solution for that. Tattvamasi Mahavakya is the Guru Upadesha. There are many Vakyams in Upanishads, Avantara Vakyams and Mahavakyams. Avantara Vakyam, Srishti Vakyam is Avantara Vakyam. Swarga Prapti, Upanishads, and Veda talks about that. They are all Avantara Vakyams. There is no Tatparyam. Mahavakyam alone has got Tatparyam. Avantara Vakyam is not important. But Mahavakyam is the most important portion in Upanishads that we have to see. How? He says, Anvaya Vyatireka Dvara. Anvaya Vyatireka. How to do Anvaya Vyatireka? From 38 to 42, he gives about Anvaya Vyatireka. How one has to do Anvaya Vyatireka? My eternal nature is not Annamaya Kosha. My eternal nature, that Sat Chit Ananda is not Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is not my nature. Pranamaya Kosha is not my real nature. Manomaya Kosha is not my essential nature. Vijnanamaya Kosha is not my essential nature. Even Anandamaya Kosha, Anubhava Ananda also is not my essential nature. But then what is my essential nature? Panchakosha Vilakshanaha Sakshi, the witnesser of all these 5 koshas is my essential nature. Sakshi. Annamaya Kosha Sakshi. The witnesser of Annamaya Kosha, the witnesser of Pranamaya Kosha, the witnesser of Manomaya Kosha, the witnesser of Vijnanamaya Kosha, the witnesser of Anubhavananda also is my real nature. Witnesser and observer. Witnesser is always different from witnessed. Witnesser, observer, the experiencer is always different from, distinct from the witnesser or observed. Witnessed, observed, experienced. And inga D pottukanum, anga ER pottukanum. Viveka, this is called Vibhagaha. Panchakosha Vibhagaha. I drop through Bhaga, Tyaga, Lakshana. Bhaga means what? Panchakosha Bhaga, I have to renounce. I have to disidentify. And I have to identify with Sat, Chit, Ananda, Samanya Amsha. Samanya Amsha, that is my real nature. Vishesha Amsha, I am. Brahman is Vishesha Amsha, is my essential nature. I am. Panchakosha is not my essential nature. That is wrong understanding. But I am using the Panchakoshas. The user using the Panchakoshas, they are used by me. Because they are very proximate, very close, very intimate, we are not able to distinct. Physically you cannot separate them. If you separate physically electricity and bulb, can you see electricity? I want to see electricity, and you separate the electricity from bulb. You cannot see. Similarly, Sat Chit Ananda, my essential nature, Brahman Swarupam, I want to separate from the body, mind, complex, Panchakoshas and separate panna mudima, mudiyad. Mudinjagra paka mudiyad, first of all. You cannot see Sat Chit Ananda separately. Appo enna pannanum? Onnu panna venda. Annam Panchakoshaslo irunde, in the Panchakoshas are functioning enlivened because of Sat Chit Ananda ani purinchukonu avladha. So I need not separate the electricity, I have to appreciate the electricity while looking at the bulb. Similarly, while looking at this body-mind complex, every experience itself, I have to appreciate what? Sat, Chit, Ananda. I cannot see them separately. One Brahman who is none other than Sat, Chit, Ananda, I cannot see separately, but I can appreciate through these 5 koshas. So these 5 koshas is my Vibhuti. I want this. Electricity is manifesting because of bulb. Isn't it? Similarly, Atma, Satchit, Atma, Ananda, Chaitanyam manifesting through body, mind, bulb. Mind is what? Filament. Bulb is what? Body. In the body, mind, bulb, filament illenna, Satchit, Ananda, electricity cannot manifest. How to know? This inert body is alive. It is able to function. Through that you recognize. This is called cognition. This is called right perception. மோக்ஷம்னா என்னன்னா இதுதான் மோக்ஷம். People would never believe. அதுதான் ப்ராப்ளம். இதுதான் மோக்ஷம்னா இதா மோக்ஷமா இல்லையே, மோக்ஷம்னா ஏதோ இருக்கணும்னு. What to do? People never, because they have already developed moksha means something, some experience, some mystic experience, something I have to see, some light, some auras I should see. மோக்ஷம்னா அதுதான் ஏதாவது தெரியணும், இல்லை பளபளன்னு ஏதோ மின்னல் மாதிரி ஏதாவது வரணுமே. அங்கே மாதிரி வராமல் இருந்துன்னா சும்மா ஏதோ கிளாஸில் உட்கார வச்சுன்னு நீங்கள் ஏதோ பஞ்சகோஷ விவேகா ஆத்மன் இதெல்லாம் எப்படி மோட்சம் ஆக முடியும் சுவாமின்னா, பிகாஸ் தட் மச் பீப்புள் ஆர் இனாமர்டு. மோக்ஷான்னா ஒரு ராங் கான்செப்டில் ஊறி போச்சு உள்ளே. Even Shastra comes and says nothing is required other than understanding and சொன்னாலும் கூட இவன் ஷேக்கே பண்ண முடிய மாட்டேங்கிறது. The person is so strongly deep rooted in a wrong concept. Veda also he is ready to reject it, to drop. What Veda can do? Veda is helpless. That's why many people are working for moksha. Swamini, புரியறது அப்போ ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வேண்டாமோ? மோக்ஷம் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் எப்போ வரும்னா, experience is mithya. Every experience is mithya. Moksha is not an experience. Moksha is a type of understanding. I need not experience. In every experience I am Satchit Ananda is evident. That is why Kenopanishadla teacher says Pratibodha Viditam Matam. In every experience I the consciousness am evident. I need not go for anything. இவ்வளவு சிம்பிளா இருக்கிற மோட்சம் சொன்னா people not able to understand. அப்ப அவன் டீச்சருக்கு எவ்வளவு கஷ்டமா இருக்கும், வேதத்துக்கு எவ்வளவு கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். சரி வாங்கோ இப்போ சப்ஜெக்ட் வாங்கோ. சிமிலர்லி தத்பத த்வம்பத we have to do bhagalakshana, bhagatyaga lakshana. Bhagalakshana or bhagatyaga lakshana or jahad ajahal lakshana. What you have to do when you say tvam-pada, you, tatu tvam asi you, and the you la rendu irukku, sadamsha chidamsha ananda amsha plus what, prakriti amsha. Rajah pradhana prakriti panchakoshas are there. You have to drop that panchakoshas prakriti amsha bhagam tyagam panni. Indha bhagam edukano satchit ananda amsha you have to take. Bhaga tyaga lakshana at thampada level. At thampada level, jiva atma, when you say jiva is mixture of what? Atma plus anatma. Atma is Satchit Ananda Amsha, Anatma is Prakriti Amsha. Rajah Pradhana Prakriti Jiva. So in the Jiva, Panchakoshas put together Prakriti, plus in the Prakriti Panchakoshas, subtle body, causal body and gross body, plus consciousness and existence put together I am. இப்போ இந்த பாகம் you have to தியாகம் பண்ணணும். பாகம் தியாகம் பண்ணி ஒரு பாகம் கிளைம் பண்ணணும். எது கிளைம் பண்ணணும், எது டிராப் பண்ணணும், அது சரியா பண்ணணும். இல்லைன்னா இப்ப எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். என்ன அப்ரம்மனா இருந்து டிராப் பண்ண வேண்டியது பண்ணாமலே அதை அப்படியே ஃபெவிகால் மாதிரி ஒட்டின்னு இருக்கு. என்ன பஞ்சகோஷாஸ் அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மி என்னது கிளைம் பண்ணணும். சச்சித் ஆனந்த ஸ்வரூப பிரம்மன் அகமஸ்மி இதை கிளைம் பண்ணி இந்த பாகத்தை, எந்த பாகம், பஞ்சகோஷ பாகம், causal body, subtle body, gross body, which is made out of 5 elements, I have to disidentify. You need not destroy. You need not close your eyes. You need not forget your body. If you forget your body, you forget your mind. What you can understand? இருக்கும் போதே புரியறதில்லை. மனசு தியாகம் பண்ண வேண்டாம். மனசு வச்சுண்டே நான் மனசு இல்லை అని சொல்லணும். மனசு எங்க இருக்கும்? ஸ்தூல சரீரத்தில் தான் மனசு இருக்க முடியும். ஸ்தூல சரீரம் வச்சுண்டே நான் ஸ்தூல சரீரம் இல்லை. காரண சரீரம் கூட வச்சுண்டே இந்த அஜ்ஞானம் எனக்கு இல்லை. அதோட சரீரத்துடைய ப்ராப்ளம் అని சொல்லணும். Okay, you need not drop the bodies physically, but you disidentify with the bodies, 3 bodies, intellectually by understanding the Mahavakya. This is called Tvampada Vichara. Similarly, Tatpada Vichara also like that. Paramatma also is having Sattva Pradhana, Tamah Pradhana, Ishvara, and the Prakriti, Sattva Pradhana, Tamah Pradhana, Prakriti, you have to keep aside. Paramatma la irukra Sat, Chit, Ananda, Amsha, that is the real nature, essential nature. This is only Upadhi Amsha. Upadhi Amsha is not real. In the Atma Amsha is real. Therefore, that Tat Nirupadhika, Tat Nirupadhika Tvam is Atma only. That is called Bhagatyaga Lakshana. Ishvara also has got what? Consciousness plus Sattva Pradhana Prakriti plus Tamah Pradhana Prakriti. Idhula endha part edukanam? Consciousness matram. That means Sattva Ananda also included. You have to discard in Ishvara. Once you minus Sattva Pradhana, Tamah Pradhana Prakriti, what remains? Satchit Ananda remains. So that is the Tatpada Lakshyartham. Minus Rajapradhana Prakriti, consciousness only remains. That is Tvampada Lakshyartha. Tvampada Lakshyartha, Tatpada Lakshyartha, Aikyam. When you are using the Prakriti itself. Without Prakriti you cannot appreciate Sat, Chit, Ananda. And I'll use this body and own up Sadamsha, Chidamsha, Anandamsha as your real nature. As your real nature. Okay, that is called Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Bhagatyaga Lakshana. So consciousness alone cannot be the Karanam of Jagat. Prakriti alone cannot be the Karanam of Jagat. Therefore, consciousness is neither Karyam nor Karanam. Priyarada ipo. When Prakriti is there, when it manifests through me, the world come into existence. This is temporary. It is my Vibhuti. Including this body. Okay. Take care of your body, health. Okay. Wait. All this for what sake? To negate. Doing treadmill, eating food, all this and all, what for anna? Nalla nourish panni. You are not me ennu solradhukkaga. புரியுறதா? நல்லா சாப்பிடுங்க, நல்லா தூங்குங்க. எதுக்காகனா? To make use of this body, to claim I am Brahman, I am not body. So that is why Deho Devalaya Proktaha Sajivaha Kevala Shivaha or Vishnu or Brahman. Saguna Drishtya Vishnu Shiva. Nirguna Drishtya Brahman. Who is that Brahman? I am. Appa. Very good. Okay, now come to the next topic. This is the fourth topic over. Sorry. Fifth topic means for moksha. Still some more points are there from last slokas. He says how this is possible. This knowledge is possible through Shravanam, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana Dwara. 53 to 55, he talks about Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Shravanam means what? Vedanta Vakkyanam Tatparya Nirnayaha. This is until now Bhagatyaga Lakshana Prakriya is, Panchakosha Viveka Prakriya is a means of liberation. How this Prakriya, how this Viveka you can do, Bhagatyaga Lakshana, just like that you cannot do. You have to listen to Shastra for a length of time, that is Shravanam. What do you mean by Shravanam? Vedanta Vakkyanam Tatparya Nirnayaha. I have to arrive at that Tatparya, the purport, the essential, the teaching through Vedanta Vakyams. What Vakyams? Avantara or Mahavakya? Mahavakyam. That is called arriving at the central teaching of the Vedanta, Vedantic statements is called Shravanam. Shravanam is equal to, previously I used to give different consistent systematic study of scriptures for a length of time under a competent teacher. That is also another definition. Now exact meaning, another statement we can give, Vedanta Vakkyanam Tatparya Nirnayaha means arriving at the central teaching of Vedantic statements. Arriving at the central teaching of Vedantic statements. Then Mananam. Through Mananam only you can do Bhagatyaga Lakshana. Mananam is also important. Mananam means Yuktitaha Chintanam. Yuktitaha Chintanam Mananam. That means Yuktitaha Chintanam is equal to logically analyzing to establish that there are no logical fallacies in Vedantic statements. Logically analyzing to establish that there are no logical fallacies. To say there are no logical fallacies, you have to establish logically. Logically analyzing to establish there are no logical fallacies. Yuktitaha Chintanam. Through Yukti, I have to do Chintanam, reflecting upon, until I get doubtless knowledge. Doubt-free knowledge or doubtless knowledge alone is knowledge. So logical fallacies should not be there. Rationally or reasonably also you have to establish Shastra, Vakyams are free from logical fallacies. Yukti also adi nikkanam, stands, it stands. That is the Mananam. That is what is called Mananam. Logical fallacies in the Vedantic teaching. Logical fallacies where? Not in computer science or physical science. When we are studying Vedanta, in Vedantic teaching there are no logical fallacies. Anni nanu logic moolama analyze panni establish pannanum. Puriyirudho? In Vedantic statements there are no logical fallacies. Anni eppadi establish panna mudiyum? Through logically analyzing. Analyzing the logically. அதனால கொஞ்சம் லாஜிக்கு கூட வேணும். என்ன லாஜிக்கா பேசுற பாரு, நான் சொல்றேன் இல்லையோ, அது மாதிரி நம்ம கூட கொஞ்சம் லாஜிக்கா பேசணும். அந்த ஜாகிரத அவஸ்தா, சொப்ன அவஸ்தா, சுஷுப்தி அவஸ்தா ஆர் த்ரீ ஆர் நாட் தேர். When you are sleeping, Jagrata Avastha is not there, Swapna Avastha is not there. Even you do not know you are sleeping also. I am sleeping in sleeping Avastha. ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? But in three avasthas are not there. I am there or not. This is called logical establishment. புரியுறதா? இப்படியெல்லாம் பேசணும். மூடு சரீரங்கள் அனுபவம் இல்லாமல் கூட நான் இருக்கேனே, அதுதான் logically I am established. If you talk like this, no one can open their mouth. Is it not? It is clear for them. They cannot argue further. Avasthatraya Vivekana. Nididhyasanam. How to get this Bhagatyaga, Lakshana, Jnanam or Panchakosha Prakriya, Viveka and all? By Nididhyasanam. So Shravanam, Mananam, nididhyasanam for assimilation. The liberation is possible not only by Shravanam, Mananam, you have to assimilate it through nididhyasanam, means tatparya anusandhanam. Nididhyasanam means tatparya anusandhanam, means dwelling upon the central teaching. Dwelling upon the central teaching. Central important, underline pandikano. Central teaching. That's why central station in Jolua. Central station na your train won't come to your house. Central station is pono. Adi madri central teaching I have to dwell upon either by what? Many ways are there. By physical posture you can give and sit in meditation and do abhyasa. Or if you want to read again your notes, rewrite your notes and listening again and again, or sharing with others. In so many ways you can do. Samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam he gives. This abhyasa, connection between mental, then jnana phalam, he gives in the 6th topic. The jnana phalam is in that mind enjoys a state, that state of ananda state. Ananda, blissful, they say, attains the phalam very soon. Once you do Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam consistently, you will get without delay. Na chiratanar. Without delay, this person attains jnanam. How this jnanam? He compares this jnanam in the 6th topic. This is like adityavat, like a sun, blazing sun destroys darkness. This knowledge destroys your punya, papa, karma once for all. Jnana burns all sins. Jnana burns all sins just as the sun, blazing sun, destroys the darkness. Similarly, Guru's teaching also destroys your ignorance. By that destruction, what happens now? I am free from vasanas. I am free from this body-mind abhimana. I used body-mind, but I never identify with body-mind as myself. I look at Prakriti as Prakriti, I remain as Atma Swarupam. So what now? If you have this knowledge, no more sorrow. Dukkha lesha rahita. Atma jnanam. Dukkha nivrittihi eva mokshaha. So dukkha nivritti means freedom from sorrow. Can be attained by this person. Whoever study Tattva Viveka Prakaranam, 1st chapter. Innu puriyile anna, innu for assimilation or mananam or again further Shravana, continue 2nd chapter. If you have understood, wonderful. It is a bonus, 2nd chapter. Still there are any doubts, something is there, continue the further studying. We don't feel bored to study or to teach. Yeah, none of us see bored to see our face in the mirror. We don't say I am fed up by seeing my face in the mirror. And then I have to know my real nature further. It is a bonus for me. I can enjoy further listening and studying. Therefore, with this 1st chapter is over. Tattva Viveka Prakaranam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ